Do you sometimes feel that you're not good enough? You're not alone. A lot of people go through this where they feel like they could do better and they try to perfect themselves more and more and as much as they can. It's called perfectionism. But as you and I know already, perfectionism is actually just an illusion. It's a myth. It's not attainable or possible for anyone. It's not just you and me, but nobody is perfect. So, if perfectionism is a problem for you, how do you deal with that? How do you overcome perfectionism? Well, the first thing that you need to do is recognize if that's a problem for you. So go back and figure out whenever you find yourself working on something and not really being happy with the outcome and trying to work harder at it, longer at it, and still finding yourself not really satisfied, right? And you think that you've not done good enough. If that's you, then you're probably suffering from perfectionism. So, if firstly you've recognized the problem, then what you can do is sit down and have a debate with yourself, challenge your own beliefs that make you think that you need perfectionism or you need something as perfectly as you think it should be. So sit down, have a debate, think about what your beliefs are and what you've learned growing up that could have made you feel like you need to work on everything perfectly, right? The next thing that you could do is learn to embrace imperfection. Now, it does not mean that you stop putting in as much effort as you normally do. That's not true. You need to put in the same amount of effort, but you have to learn to understand that it's okay to be imperfect and you have to learn to live with whatever outcome you get. So, try and embrace imperfections as much as you can without, of course, reducing the amount of effort you're putting into anything. The fourth thing that you could do is give yourself a time limit, right? Perfectionists typically are so obsessed with the outcome that they need or they want that they just lose track of time and keep working on that. And then what happens because of it is that there are delays, right? And you are caught up with one activity for just too long. So it'll be a good idea to give yourself a time limit. Set a time, 1 day, 2 day, whatever it is that you're doing, and try and finish that within the time that you've set, and then learn to be happy with whatever you're able to achieve in that time frame. The next thing that you can do is focus on progress, okay, and not on perfection. So if it's an activity that you keep doing regularly, if it's your work or I don't know, it's your exercise, your health, whatever it is that you're doing, focus on the progress you're making instead of perfection, right? And that will definitely keep you motivated to keep going, and also it will ensure that you're actually improving little by little instead of trying to hit that sweet spot and that perfect spot right from the first time, right? Which is never going to happen, obviously. So remember to focus on just the progress and not on perfection. And the final thing that I'd like to say is that it's our imperfections that actually make us unique, right? And if we all become perfect, then obviously there is no difference between any two individuals. It's our imperfections that make us unique. And so learn to embrace and live authentically. You should be as authentic as you can be, right? Of course, improvement and progress is something that you will go after, but authentically as yourself, which means you know that if there is something that you need to improve, you will do that. But you also know that you probably are not perfect at it today, and that's totally fine. So these were my tips and strategies to help you overcome perfectionism in case you think you have that. I make videos on personal finance and personal growth. So if you like these kind of videos, please subscribe to my channel. As I keep saying, race only against yourself because you will always win. See you in the next video.